qualitative study of the electronic in Indonesia and Laos. Electronic industry of Indonesia. The electronic industry in Indonesia is one of the most rapid growth manufacturing sector. It produces various products like television, refrigerator, washing machine, and smartphone that are widely used by consumers. The main industry area include Batam, Bekasi, and Jakarta, which serve as centers for product and assembly. Major company like Polytron
adalah perusahaan elektronik asal Indonesia yang produknya telah diekspor ke berbagai negara. Banyak yang mengira Polytron merupakan merek dari luar negeri. Polytron didirikan pada 16 Mei 1975 oleh Hartono bersaudara, yaitu Robert Rudi Hartono dan Michael Hartono. Mereka juga dikenal sebagai pemilik grup Jarum dan Bank BCA. Awalnya Hartono bersaudara mendirikan perusahaan dengan nama PT Indonesia Electronic and Engineering, yang kemudian berganti nama menjadi PT Hartono Istana Electronics. Pada tahun 2000, nama perusahaan ini berubah lagi menjadi PT Hartono Istana Teknologi. Meski telah lama berkecimpung di industri rokok, semangat mereka untuk berekspansi ke industri elektronik tetap kuat. Mereka memegang prinsip untuk tidak menggunakan modal asing, sebuah prinsip yang mereka pegang sejak perusahaan ini didirikan. Komponen produk elektronik Hartono bersaudara didatangkan langsung dari Singapura sebagai bahan pelatihan karyawan. Setelah merasa cukup belajar, pada tahun 1977, pabrik di Kudus mulai mendatangkan komponen dari Belgia untuk memulai proses alih teknologi. Pada saat itu pula, produk televisi pertama mereka dengan merek Polytron diluncurkan. Perusahaan milik bos Jarum ini mengalami perkembangan pesat di sektor penjualan elektronik. Kesuksesan tersebut membawa Polytron hingga saat ini memiliki pabrik di 3 lokasi di Jawa Tengah dengan total luas 69 hektar. Perusahaan ini juga mampu menyerap tenaga kerja lebih dari 10.000 karyawan. Haryono selaku Direktur Utama Polytron mengatakan bahwa hingga saat ini merek Polytron telah mengekspor 5 hingga 7% produknya ke beberapa negara seperti Thailand, Myanmar, Arab Saudi, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Filipina hingga Spanyol.
Panasonic Indonesia, Sharp Indonesia, and LG Electronic Indonesia play an important role in the industry. Overall, the electronic industry contributes significant to Indonesia export growth, job creation, and economic development.
I am standing in the middle of a floating solar farm. The largest floating farm in Southeast Asia. Yes, solar panels can float on water. You have never seen anything like this because it just completed today. This is so cool. First time in my life. I didn't know these things existed. Where is this? Why do we need solar panels on top of water? And isn't it easier to build on land? I am now in Indonesia, a country with over 17,000 islands that needs clean energy today. But in this part of the world, there is not a lot of wind. So it's very hard to build a wind farm. And there is not a lot of flat land. Most of it is used for agriculture. So how do you make clean energy in countries like this? Well, this is how. These guys from Masdar designed and built a new type of solar farm that can float on top of water without sinking.
This solar panel is much stronger than a regular one. It can move with the waves.
Then they found a reservoir in Indonesia and covered it with thousands of solar panels. By the way, there's more than 350,000 of these on top of water. This is as big as 14 football fields. Now, the sun does not evaporate the water in the reservoir. Instead, it gets captured by the solar panel.
So we save water and generate power at the same time.
These solar panels do not move away because they're connected to the bottom of the lake bed.
Correct.
And the bottom of the lake bed is 100 meters.
It's 100 meters.
That's like really deep.
That's very deep.
This was a lot of hard work by people who believe in the future of clean energy. Masdar in the UAE and the local Indonesian government. Just from this farm alone, Indonesia can now power 50,000 homes with zero carbon emissions. This is a beautiful thing to look at, and I wonder why we don't have more of this. This project makes power, and it gives power to locals. 1,400 people got jobs in the nearby town. Schools were built. Mosques were created just for this solar farm. It's a win-win. Win for the planet, less pollution. Win for the people,
Cheaper electricity.
win for the town,
More jobs!
and win for the country of Indonesia. Nobody loses. It's like a win-win-win-win-win-win. Everybody benefits. The truth is, we need more projects like this. And these guys from Masdar are pioneering to make it happen in Middle East, Asia, and the world, because we all need clean energy today.
Electronic industry of Laos. The electronic industry in Laos is still developing and remain in an early stage of growth. Most of its activities focus on simple electronic component assembly and importing finished product from other countries. Laos rely heavily on import from neighboring nations such as Thailand, China, and Vietnam. However, the Laos government has begun attracting foreign investment to build small factories in areas like the Sita Development Zone in Vietnam. Through this effort, Laos aims to enhance in technological capabilities and create more employment opportunities in the industry sector. Benefit and goal of electronic industry. The electronic industry provide many benefit for economic and social development. It creates job opportunities, improve technology transfer, and strengthen export performance. People also gain easy access to modern technology, which enhance daily life and communication. The main goal of this industry are to active technological impedance and reduce reliance on imported goods. But Indonesia and Laos aim to develop strong electronic sector to compete in digital era and support long-term national growth. Similarities and difference. Indonesia versus Laos. Indonesia and Laos share several similarities in their electronic industry development, but are developing countries that depend on foreign investment and imported components. However, Indonesia industry is far more advanced, producing and export electronic goods global. While Laos still focus on small-scale assembly and import, Indonesia also has local brands such as Polytron, while Laos not yet have national electronic brands. This difference shows that Indonesia is already more prepared for global competition, while Laos is still in the early stage of building its industry foundation. Electronic industry of Indonesia and Laos. The electronic industry produces various devices such as television, mobile phone, computer, and electronic components. It involves local and foreign company, government support, and skilled workers in both countries. In Indonesia, the industry began to grow rapidly in the 1990s, while in Laos it started around 2010. Major industry zones include Batam, Bekasi and Jakarta in Indonesia, and Vientiane with the Seista zone in Laos. Both countries developed this industry to strengthen their economy, create more jobs, and advance technology through investment and innovation.